Hello everyone, right now is March 30th, 2019, around 6:24 p.m. here in New York City. So in this video, I'm going to be using my proprietary trading system, the Pendragon 321, to analyze the S&P 500 using the SPY, the S&P 500 ETF. Also, we're going to be looking at the gold price using the gold futures. And finally, we'll be looking at BitCoin price using BitCoin futures, symbol BTC. All right, let's get right to it. So with the ending of trading last Friday, March 29th, marked the end of the first quarter for 2019. Now, the first quarter of 2019 is having the best quarter in 21 years since 1998. That in itself is very unusual. As you all know, for the past few months, we have been breaking one record after the other, in the markets. First of all, we had the worst December in 87 years, in December 2018, followed by the best January in 32 years. That's January of this year, 2019. Now, after the first quarter is completed, the first 3 months of trading, we now have the best first quarter in 21 years. So, what's really going on in the markets? Before we go into any analysis, I want to draw your attention to something quite interesting. So, according to my charts, my data, the Friday close was last Friday's close on the March 29th was 282.48. So right now we're looking at three charts. On the left, it's SPY, that's a symbol name, and D for daily. The middle one is SPY looking at W for weekly, and SPYM for monthly. So that's draw a line. Friday's close was 282.48. Okay, that's label that. Let's draw a line. 282.48. Let me make this chart bigger so it's easier for you guys to see. So right now we are looking at daily charts here, and I draw a line on the last Friday's close. So if you look at it, okay, started right here on this line. I'm going to label it point A, or line A, if you will. Okay, let me make this line a little bit bigger, easier to see. Change the color. Let's make it into white color. And all right. So that was actually back on March 13th, okay, of this year, 2019. So that's about 2.5 weeks ago. All right, 2.5 weeks ago. The close on March 13th was at the high was 282.38. Okay, 282.38. High on March 13th, 2019. Now, Friday's close, the market close, SPY close at 282.48. The difference between the two values were only 0.1. Alright, everybody see that? 2.2.48 versus 282.38. That's only 0.10. Alright? What is that in terms of percentage term? 0.1 divided by 282.48, that's 0.00354. Again, 0.00354. So that's about 0.035%. 0.035%. Okay, that's how minuscule the difference is. So basically, after 2.5 weeks of trading, after 2.5 weeks of roller coaster ride, the market only went up by 0.01. Okay, that's on the daily chart. Now let's look at the monthly chart here now. So right now we're looking at the monthly chart, whereby each bar represents 1 month worth of trading. So again, let me make this chart larger so it's easier to see. Okay, so you see M, that stands for monthly. And what we're going to do here is same thing like I did before. Okay, I'm gonna draw a horizontal line on last Friday's closing price, which is 282.48. Now, as mentioned before, last Friday's close not only represent the Friday's close, obviously, but it's also the quarter's close for the first quarter, also the closing price for the month of March 2019. Okay. Now, again, here, I'm going to label this B now. Okay. So this bar is actually on the line B. This bar actually represents January of 2018. January 2018, or about 1 year and 3 months ago. So that's based on, look at what happened here. So January 2018, the closing price equal, let's take a look, 281.9. Okay, so the closing price by the end of January 2018 was at 281.90. Okay, everybody see that? It's representing close right here, 281.90. And as we mentioned before, March 2019, the closing price was 282.48. If we compare the two prices, the difference equals 0.58. That's after 1 year and 3 months. Right? So for the past year and 3 months, the market only really went up by 0.58. After all this roller coaster ride, we're no longer talking about just 2.5 weeks of worth trading now. We're talking about 1 year and 3 months or 15 months worth of trading. At the end of the day, we only went up by 0.58. Alright? So I just want to draw that to your attention. Okay? So now let's look at what's going on in the market. Let me get rid of all these things right now. So there's something to keep in mind in the back of your mind. So the market is basically being in a big trading range, albeit a very huge and a volatile roller coaster ride of a trading range for the past year and a half. So let's look at the monthly chart first. Here on the right, as mentioned in the previous video, okay, there is a confirmed long signal. Let's label it A. That started in February 2019. Okay, as a result, the market has been going up. So the signal is still pretty good, and the way that it seems right now, that the signal is probably going to be valid. It's probably not going to be challenged anytime soon, because we mentioned in the previous video, based on, if you examine 100 years of market history using Dow Jones Industrial Average, and even use SPX, S&P 500 index, unless the market could break below the purple line right here, which right now is 232.18. The likelihood of huge bear market to start is not very likely. And right now, because the market's been going up quite steadily, and there's no sign of market going to break down there. So right now we can say with certain level of confidence that this is more and more increasingly likely to look like correction, and right now looks like a market bounce rather than the return of another super bear market. Okay, so that's what we see on based on the monthly chart. Furthermore, the most important thing is, based on this proprietary trade system, you have 3 lines. Every time when the price is above 3 lines, the chance of uptrend, huge uptrend, usually tend to occur when the market's above 3 lines. Like right here, we're now pull up the monthly chart here. Right, when the price is above the 3 lines, right here, there's a huge multi-year uptrend. Again, here, right? So right now, right here, what we're experiencing for the past couple months could be the beginning of such a phenomenon. Everybody see it? Because it's now above the 3 lines. So maybe we are at the beginning of another multi-year uptrend. Okay, so far, thus far, it's behaving that way, like that. And the price we need to watch out for, already gave it to you guys, 232.18. That's what we need to really pay attention to. Now, on a weekly chart, similar events are happening. Look at how the prices went above 3 lines. And our confirmed short signal right here, it has been nullified. The signal is no longer valid because the market made previous high higher than the signal's high, which is back here. Okay, so the short signal, it took out the short signal. That means it's a very strong market. Furthermore, if we look at a daily chart here, okay, let me also get rid of all the these texts over here. First of all, for the past week, something interesting happened. On a daily chart, we're looking at a daily chart here now. The market failed twice to take out the support below. You see the green line over here? Twice here, you cannot do it. As a result, the market is bouncing back up. Okay, and again, on all 3 time frames now, the price are right now above all 3 lines. So this is a rather bullish sign for the markets. Okay, so at least on a trading basis, according to the trading system. So that's something we need to look out for. So since we don't have any more lines on top, what we can do is use the previous pivot high as some guidance point for us to see where the possible resistance levels are. So right here is 285.18. That's on a daily chart. And on a weekly chart, that's about 293.94. $293.94. Okay, and on the monthly chart, forgive me, there's a car playing real horn outside. Not much I can do about. So since I live in New York City, that's if you guys live in New York City, that's a common occurrence. So right here, 283.94, same price as on a weekly chart. Okay. So these 2 prices are the ones we should pay attention to, for they could be possible resistance. Okay, at least on a short-term basis. But in summary, right now the market is acting rather strong. Okay, and since we are basically in a big giant trading range, that does not mean we cannot be in a still bigger trading range. But basically, we just saw that after the whole roller coaster ride, the market basically did not really go anywhere for the past year and 3 months. Maybe right now, it could be a breakout point. So we just have to pay careful attention to it. So use these other use all these prices, the ones labeled right here on the daily chart, weekly chart, and monthly chart, and show possible support levels if the market do go back, do drop down. Okay. So for those of you who are doing long-term investing, if you're looking for your 401k, IRA, what have you, or for super long-term investing, you can look to the monthly chart. Use these price level as your possible dollar averaging down, cost averaging down levels. Okay, do not bet everything all at once, but you can look at these levels. If the market dropped to 269.08, that's almost a 5% drop from the current level, from the current close of 282.48. If dropped to 261.02, that's about 8 point something percent level. If it really dropped to 232.18, okay, I wouldn't add just yet. We watch how the market behave over there. If that support did not hold, then it's a possible downtrend, a huge bear market start. If it did hold, okay, if this 232.18 did hold and started bouncing up, that could be an excellent place to adding your long-term position. Could be a very market bottom right there. But honestly, at this point, based on what the price behavior goes, the probability of ever going to 232.18 or drop another 22% from this moment on, simply is not that high. At least it's based on what the charts are telling us. So we just have to see how it eventually come out. Okay, now let's move on to gold. Okay, we're going to analyze gold. Right now we're looking at gold futures, symbol GC. And this at GC, that's just my trading platform. I use TradeStation. That's just their symbol for continuous contract. Gold, this is quite interesting. Actually, let's just only look at the daily chart, because I could tell us quite a lot. So again, the pink dots over here, that's a confirmed short signal. Okay, the pink dots are confirmed short signal, and the blue dots right here, those are confirmed long signal. Okay, and the blue cross, that's just the indication of an uptrend has started. Okay, it's not a trading signal yet. The cross are not trading signals. Something right here, you see this, they're kind of close together. This pink cross, that's beginning of a downtrend. So right away, let's just look at the blue signal. So far, if you follow this trend GPS system, that's these blue dots, long signal right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the one that's on the purple line. Okay. 6, 7. All these long signals in gold for the past year and few months has been working out quite well. Everybody see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this signal right here in the downtrend did not work out that well. But the latest confirmed short signal, this pink dot right here, is working out quite well too. So we would have got shorter in gold a few weeks ago. So right now the gold price is right now hovering between the support, which is 1287.80, and the resistance at 1306.86. So what we should look for right now, okay? If I'm short of this, if I'm short of gold right now, I'll look for a possible support at 1287.80. So if the gold reached that price, okay, that could be my first profit-taking target. Doesn't mean I'll get out my entire position. Maybe I'll just take out partial profit, and I'll watch how gold acted. If this support held, okay, then gold could bounce back up. Then these green number and the pink number are your next resistance level that you want to watch out for. However, if the support broke, it could not hold. Now watch out below, because just like I mentioned in the previous section, every time when the price is below the 3 lines, the significant downtrend could start right there. So if gold could not hold this 1287.80 support, okay, then there's a possibility that another huge leg down could start it. But this is from the weekly chart. Okay, that's the price level from the weekly chart. We see that 1287.80. So that's consult the weekly and the daily chart. Let's see a monthly chart. Let's see what price level they gave us. Okay, so 1287.80 on the daily chart. On the weekly chart is 1285.37, the pink number right here. Everybody see it? These two numbers are fairly close, actually, only off by 2 point something. So I'm going to consider them as, you know, pretty much one very strong support level, because we have two price converging near the same price level, two lines from two different time frames converging on the same price level. So watch out, definitely watch for that level, 1285-ish. That's, you know, give or take around there. Now the next thing on the monthly chart is 1275.68. So basically from 1285 and 1275, these two price level could be the last strong support for gold, for price of gold. If gold really drop below 1275 now I'm talking about monthly chart now, then the new leg of downtrend, a significant downtrend could start again, just like what we see here on the monthly chart right here. Everybody see that? So that's the price you want to look for price of gold. Okay, finally, let's look at Bitcoin. We haven't looked at Bitcoin for quite a while. I did a video on Bitcoin, I guess gotta be over a month now, or maybe longer. You guys can check the record. Right now we're looking at BTC. That's the Bitcoin futures. Okay, and this I explained in the previous video. I think the Bitcoin futures and the Bitcoin cash price, they actually mirror each other quite well. So one can actually use to analyze the other. And again, since we don't have a lot of data, this Bitcoin future just started trading, so we don't have a lot of data for the weekly charts or the monthly charts. So we're going to look at daily charts only, okay, and see what we can learn from this. So okay, let's see. I think last time when I looked at Bitcoin, you know, futures, I think it was around this time frame-ish. So that's definitely over a month ago, maybe even almost 2 months ago. Okay, so since then, again, I want to draw your attention to the signals right here. We have a blue confirmed long signal on Bitcoin. There's 2 of them right now, and let's label them A and B. They actually worked out quite well. You know, these two, if you got long at point A and point B, Bitcoin, they're actually been going up. I mean, they're not going up a lot, you know, not like before, but it's steadily going up. And in general, they couldn't really break the pink and the green support lines right here, right? Everybody see that? Let me make this chart even bigger. So here we go. So easier to see. So currently, what's going on right now is the next level of resistance for Bitcoin is actually quite up here at 5195.38, the purple line. Okay, everybody see that? So what we're going to see right now is that as long as Bitcoin do not drop below these two support level, 3901.53, that's our first support level, and the next one is 3840.59, that's the next support level, then we don't have to worry about Bitcoin price drop too low. Okay, because if you drop below those two levels, this 39.0153, 3840.59, a new leg of downtrend for Bitcoin could start. But as long as they, as long as these two support held, okay, we have a lot of room to run right here. That does not mean we're not going to have some up and down motion right here, but we can always use our trend GPS, these blue dots signal as a guide, as additional long signal. Okay, but for right now, Bitcoin looking okay as long as these two support level held. Okay, and since right now it's been going, if you look at it for the past month and a half, it's really on a one giant what's that thing, giant trading range. So that's the level we gotta watch out for. So every time there's a trading range, everybody know there's a potential sharp move coming. So let's see what happens. So if it's gonna break out to the upside, 5195.38 is your first level. If it break down to the downside, watch those two support level and look for the breakdown. If they break down, watch out below. Okay, so that pretty much wrap up today's analysis of SP500, gold, and Bitcoin. And if you have any question, if you like to leave any comment, please leave the comment on this YouTube channel, or you can email me. My email address is right here. It's panlong321@outlook.com. All right, thank you very much, and I will see you on the next video. Take care. Bye bye.